Good morning from Utqiaġvik. The Arctic Ocean is very rough this morning. We kind of slept in because we were up so late last night. And Adam went and found coffee. And we're having scones for breakfast because we got these at the grocery store yesterday. But I should also mention we've already had like leftover pizza too. So the scone is sort of like second breakfast. So before we leave the hotel today and go out and explore, Adam and I found this additional little exhibit of native artwork last night, but I didn't have my camera, so I'm showing you today. They're so like intricate. It's amazing. And this one, like the mammoth, it's so cool. Like it looks like they made a dog sled out of a jawbone. And the ship I don't get. But I guess I don't have to get it. You know what I mean? Alright, one more little exhibit before we go outside. And then Adam pointed out that these ships are made entirely out of whale baleen, which is, I think, fascinating. So beautiful. Alright, it is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon and we're leaving the hotel. We took it easy this morning and just kind of lounged around in the hotel room, slept in. I have a sinus headache this morning and I kind of don't feel good, but I'm wearing a Kansas City Chiefs shirt. So we need to go take some more pictures out here of me in front of the whalebones so I can have like Kansas City Chiefs pictures out here with the whalebones. I know that's dumb to some people, but I'm a fan, you know? And I want to wear my team colors on, you know, the top of the world, so I think it's cool. Anyway, I think the plan today is to have a taxi drive us around town and give us like a city tour. It's really windy. The ocean is really rough today. It's kind of like raining, spitting just a little bit. Not enough to like make us wet, but just enough to be annoying. And I'm noticing that as we're walking out here to the whalebones. Kind of don't care though. I have a sweatshirt in my backpack, but I'm not wearing it yet because I want to get these pictures first. But as soon as pictures are done, I'm putting the sweatshirt on and the rain jacket because it is pretty cold today. So anyway, let's look at the ocean again. So you can see, probably, I hope you can see, that it's much rougher today than it was yesterday. I'm so glad Adam did his like polar plunge yesterday, because I wouldn't let him get in this. This would wash him away, I think. It's really rough. So we're at a shop called the Fur Shop. And they've got a ton of Scentsy things and some Alaska ornaments and pot holders and tons of postcards. So I'm gonna get some to send to my mom because she loves getting mail. So this place, so far I've seen no fur, but they do have Seahawks, fleece, and then gigantic stuffed plush elephants and puppies. Look at the Seahawks. So basically we're in the fabric section, which is all kinds of fun. And this looks like a nativity set. This is really pretty. Oh, I kind of love that.
I also found something I'm gonna get.
Alright, so we found the fur. It's not cheap, but it's very, very real. And like, they're beautiful. Like, look at all the colors. It's amazing to me. I love how they feel. Also, they have tons of board games and like toys. Lots of things to keep you entertained. More fur over there. This is an interesting shop. So I can't stop petting the furs. I'm just amazed by how beautiful they are and soft and luxurious. I've fallen in love with a chocolate fox. Now I know this may be disturbing to some people, but you know, this is their culture up here, and also, you know, they use the whole thing. And so it's just so beautiful the way that they do this. I mean, this is gonna make a beautiful hat or scarf, or you know, something that's gonna keep somebody warm up here when it's so cold in the winter. So it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, the first shop was a success. I ended up buying five postcards for my mom. I think they're all gonna end up going to my mom. She's really the only person that I send postcards to because she loves it so much. Everybody talks about how things are more expensive here in Barrow, and yes, that's kind of true, but my postcards were $1 a piece, you know, and that's kind of on par with everything else. So now we're just out here kind of walking around, and the ocean is right there behind me, but we have found some baleen palm trees. Baleen is like from whales, okay? So whales that don't have teeth have baleen, which acts basically as like a filter. So anyway, these are basically whale teeth, but not teeth. Anyway, if you Google what baleen is, I think you'll figure it out. But baleen is from whales like humpback whales that don't have teeth. They just have baleen. So let's take a look at the baleen palm trees. They kind of do look like palm trees, but they kind of also look like snakes. It's interesting. We've got a bunch of them too. And then there's this huge bone right here. Like they just have tons of antlers, bones, skeletons, remnants. Like that looks like a shoulder blade bone over there. How interesting. There's a strange juxtaposition here. Like this building here, the blue one, is the police department. And that over there is the school district building. Native money, native money, native money. But then homes look like this. So it's really interesting how you have a $1 million building at least across from what looks to be a private home that's pretty dilapidated. If you're wondering how to spell Utqiaġvik, there you go. It looks like that. We are walking toward the Presbyterian church because there's like a signpost out this way that looks interesting. It looks like it's got, like, you know, the mile difference, you know, or mile distance to different places. So I think we're gonna go see if we can get some pictures with the signpost. All right, here's the signpost. What I find most interesting right now is that we are the same distance from New York and Hawaii. Fascinating. And I would say we're just a little bit closer to the North Pole than we are to the South Pole. Don't you think, Sherry? A little.
But they keep underground for 10 feet.
Oh.
They dig underground and make them, and they put the whale meat underground.
So he was just
and
saying
they
that.
have a ceremony. They have a Christmas, New Year.
Oh, $6 a gallon?
Almost 5 something.
Wow.
Only one gas station. Gas.
Yeah.
The price here $5.50.
If you're wondering what the price of gas is, $5.50 a gallon.
Maybe 40 feet.
Is that all whale meat?
Yeah, all baleen for the mouth.
Wow. Can I get out real quick?
Yeah, you can. In Barrow, in top of the world.
Wow.
the land,
See some caribou hides hanging right here.
And 50 feet they have story here.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna get out for a minute. Thank you.
Alright, we are back in the hotel. I'm actually by myself. Adam and Sherry went up to the room and I found a restroom because I have a migraine. It was a headache this morning, turned into a migraine, and I needed to go, you know, do the things that you do when you have a migraine and you need to feel better. But I think you can guess. I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, we just got back from like a city tour. We called a taxi service here in town and asked if they would take us out for like an hour or so just to see more of Barrow by car. I would like to say I had a good time. It was very informative. There are tons of whale bones here in town, which is crazy. He took us all the way out to Point Barrow, which is like, I don't know, 10 miles away from Utqiaġvik, like the town. No one really lives out there. It's sort of like a camping, hunting village sort of thing, but people only live there in the summer because you can't live there in the winter because it's just too cold. We did get to see some stuff. We did get to see how they store whale meat, which is basically a pit in the ground. They dig like, I think he said 10 feet down, and they keep whale meat. I think he said there are 40 of them around town. So they just kind of divvy up the meat evenly among those 40 storage places, which is really fascinating because they have permafrost here, which I think begins at 6 feet. So it's basically like a chest freezer in the ground, and we didn't get to see one. I'm curious how big it is, but it looks like a little trap door. If you've been to the Midwest, you know what like a tornado shelter looks like, kind of like that. But we didn't get to see like inside, which is okay. I don't need to see the inside. But anyway, we're back, and yeah, I think a local native person is making us muktuk, which is whale, and what's the other, like, I don't know the native word for caribou, but she's making us whale and caribou. She is supposed to deliver it here to the hotel pretty soon, I think, but yeah, that's gonna be it until the food arrives. So yeah, I'm gonna put you guys down and maybe go lay down for a bit, so maybe I'll feel better later. Alright, so we're going down to the lobby because the girl who is making us the native meals is here. And she brought the food in like Tupperware containers, so we're all going to eat dinner together. I'm trying not to, you know, pass out, so it's gonna be really fun trying to choke down some muktuk for the first time.
Sorry.
Yummy, yummy. Okay, so we just finished dinner and I did try the muktuk. I wasn't planning to just because I was afraid it was gonna, you know, bring on another episode of reverse eating, but It actually wasn't bad. They cut it up really tiny, which was nice and made it much more edible. They brought caribou gravy, right? With, like onion gravy with rice, and then the muktuk, which is whale, and it was bowhead whale with kimchi from the Sam & Lee's Chinese restaurant up here. And I think that's the way to eat muktuk, for me anyway, is to eat it with something else of a different texture, and then you chew like twice and then swallow. So it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, and it was really very generous of them to bring food and share a meal with us and share stories with us. That was really kind. So also donuts. They brought like homemade donuts, and they're not like the kind of donuts that you're thinking. It's like the bread, fried bread, sort of sweet but not really sweet, and not glazed, but it was nice. Really good. Yep. Alright guys and gals, that was a nice little jig. It is a lot later. Adam just yanked his pants up, you know, like you do. So it is now 11:15 p.m. It is still bright out, but the sun is supposed to set at 2:30 something a.m. That will be in the next video probably, if we stay up that long. We've ordered dinner from Sam & Lee's, which is like the Chinese restaurant in town. I got the chicken fried rice, and there's a ton of chicken in here. This is after I've eaten everything I can eat. I also got onion rings, and they're okay. They're fine. Not really exciting. They're okay. But like I said, it is 11:17. My headache is mostly gone, kind of.
Hopefully.
Yeah, so we've done a whole lot of nothing this evening, which has been nice, relaxing, and now I feel mostly better. So I think we're gonna try to stay up, right, for the sunset. But that'll, like I said, that will be in the next vlog, because it's about to be tomorrow, and so I'm dividing these days up by days, you know, because to me that makes sense. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's vlog, because I'm putting the camera down, putting the food away, and I'm gonna maybe try to take a nap, which means I'll probably lay down and start reading my book and then, you know, not sleep at all. Anyway, that's gonna be it. You guys will see me in tomorrow's Barrow Day 3.